Hey Talk Nation, how y'all doing today? Welcome to my podcast. My name is Chanel, and you are now listening to the Chanel Talks podcast. Today we will be talking about the Los Angeles DL list. So supposedly there's a DL list in LA that's going around of men being on the DL and men that are gay. And it's a huge talk on at Michi Blue page. I've been following her. She lives in California. Not sure where she's located at, but supposedly she got this list of basically people that are celebrities, people that are known in LA, and then a bunch of nobodies list of every man that's gay. And then basically she was basically saying like, oh, women in Los Angeles don't really have options as far as men. Like all everybody's been it's been a controversy of everyone basically trying to find a man, and I'm talking about as far as women, like single women, because there's a lot of single women in LA. Beautiful black women just single out here. So, she be sharing like relationship advice and just living advice and cooking and things like that. But most of her page is surrounding pretty much relationships. And yeah, she got this list. I don't know where she got it from. I would like to see the list. And they were exposing people on this list and basically saying like these are the men that are on the DLs list, and these are the men that's like bisexual, and these are the gays. And then basically she was saying like it's so many men that's on the down low, and if you're a man and you know that you like flip flop, like you should tell women. And then you should tell women that you are, bisexual, because a lot of us women are getting with men, and there's new diseases going around with gay same sex gay men. There's a lot of new diseases, a lot of new STDs that women don't know about. So she was basically saying like women have the right to know about these things what men are doing, and I completely agree. But man, I want to see the list. Where is the list at? Somebody send it to Chanel Talks Podcast on Instagram or Facebook if you got that list, because I would like to see it. But yeah, there is a lot of gay men in LA. We do have a huge community of gay people in LA, not just men but women too. And a lot of people straight don't really have nowhere to turn, especially if you're a black woman, cuz most of us really don't date outside of our race, which needs to change. There are a lot of interracial couples, but I think the black men trending more with the bi racial, with other races, because they literally get with anybody, and then black women are just stuck with a selective few of men to choose from. And it's like, dang, there is not that much love to out here for women at all. I mean, a lot of people are just weird, and a lot of these men are gay. And she was just basically saying like men should come out and let us know if you are bisexual, because a lot of these women get with men that are bisexual. I done met girls who caught their significant other on text messages, on dating websites. Yeah, I didn't see friends in the past. They basically exposed their man, went through their phone while they're sleeping, all this, and found text messages, dating sites on men talking to men sexually, sending them pics and, exposing their genital areas. So yeah, it's been going around for a very long time. And then she was basically saying that it's so little to choose from. And then people in the comments were commenting that it's the government's fault for putting all these men in prison. Basically, giving them so like not that many options for work, and blaming the government, saying like the government and the police are always like racial profiling, and that these men, they go to prison and they keep on going, and it's hard to get out the system, and then they're stuck in prison for a very long time with the charges they have, you know went that they committed, the crimes that they committed, and then they're in jail for so long, years on top of years, and then they're just turning to the other sex. And let me know in the comment if you think this is true. Do you think that the government is out here putting these men in prisons, and these men are just turning to the same sex because maybe their sentences are just too long? Or do you think, and this goes back to my podcast that I recently did, do you think that men need more resources? Cuz I definitely think that men needs more resources so they can be on the right path, stay out of jail, or and then I asked a lot of men about my podcast because a lot of men were listening to my podcast, and they said that it's resources out here, but men don't listen and they don't follow through. And then they were saying a lot of men do not like to read, and that they don't like to read books, and they don't really they're lazy. So that's another thing. So I don't know how we could get our men like out of jail, and just like try to have a successful life, so that women have more options out here to choose, because it's definitely difficult to date. Like a lot of these podcasters and influencers and things like that be saying, oh, you need a high quality man, you need a man that values you, you need this and that, but they not knowing that it's not that many men out here to choose from. And that's what Michi Blue was basically saying on Instagram, and you could go follow her. She's an influencer, and I would love to have her on my podcast. Oh my god, I think that we would talk about so much stuff. And yes, Talks podcast is accepting bookings at Chanel Talks booking at gmail.com. Also, you can click my links up above in my bio if you need therapy, if you want to watch better TV with Hulu. And yeah, the links are in my bio if you want to go and shop on Chanel Talks merch, because Chanel Talks has its own merch, and you are very welcome to check those links out. But back to what I was saying, like, yeah, that goes back to, do you think that man need more resources, which I was just talking about, to keep man out of prison and stop being with the same sex, and you know but I know that men have complained that women are um manly, and it's like, yeah, we could be manly because maybe men just don't listen. I mean, they say that we nag, we complain too much, and but it's like it's hard out here. It's not easy. Rent is high here in LA. Everybody knows about the high rent. Everybody knows about the homeless on Skid Row and how it's so many people is homeless. And honestly, they got more resources than ever now. They're really trying to house these people. They really trying to get people off of drugs, and they really trying to stop drugs from coming in the country. But that's never going to stop, because people be sneaking them in, and they have their ways of sneaking all these drugs and stuff in. And drugs have really took over a lot of people, and addiction is real. Like addiction is real. And then when you're in survival mode and you can't pay your bill and you lose your job or whatever the case may be, people tend to turn to these things, drugs, being drug dealers and stuff like that. And that's ending a lot of um men in jail for doing the wrong thing, because I think that women ask them because they don't have any, I don't know what's the right word, options, or they just not following through or listening or reading. Definitely need more insight to these men. But they said, like, basically there's the Los Angeles list, so I'm very curious who is on the list. Also, what's trending is those Diddy parties. A lot of celebrities came out. They were talking about how Trey Songz was sitting on Diddy's lap allegedly at a freak off party and kissing Diddy. So, and then they were talking about how Kim J Lo and Kim Kardashian was forcing Justin Bieber to go to the freak off, allegedly on one of the TikTok videos that I've seen that's coming out with the Diddy whole situation with Diddy. And we did see clips of Justin Bieber partying about a year ago. He was at a club and they were basically saying that he was doing sexual acts to another man in a club and they were catching him on camera. So then Justin Bieber like kind of changed his life, started going to this church and turning away from um all his family, they say, allegedly on TMZ. So it's a lot of controversy with same sex men. I don't know if it's going to be normal. I know that women don't like it, and I do think that women do deserve to know if if a woman is straight and she's only messing with men. I think that a woman does deserve to know if you are bisexual or been bisexual in the past. But at the same time, I think that man knows that women do not like that, and women will shine away and be like, "Hey, I don't like that." You know what I'm saying? So it's the controversy. It's the controversy. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with being gay. I have lots of gay friends, and I don't mind men, women, been friends with them for a very long time. I don't care if you gay or not. I just care about the person that you are. If you're kind, if you're loving, if you treat people right, that's all I really care about. And yeah, but me personally, I really don't care if you're gay or not. I don't have nothing against gay people. Yeah, but they said that women don't really have a lot of options because women can be cruel, and they be like, "Oh my God, are you gay?" Da, 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 da. It can be cruel to women, straight women, if you're gay. But then also we have to ask ourselves: is it the prisons that these men are going to and suffering for a long time? And then also there's a lot of sexy guys in prison and sexy girls that are in prison that's trending all over TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, because I see them all the time. They got this one Hispanic girl who's very cute, trending all over Facebook, who's incarcerated that I've seen so far. She's incarcerated. She have multiple pictures, and her picture has been going viral all over the internet on all kind of platforms, and she is very, very cute. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it if you're on social media or if you've seen social media. But I would definitely love to see that DL list. And they said that it was a lot of celebrities on there. And we all know about the freak offs and those Diddy parties, and a lot of people were coming out, saying that they were involved in the freak offs. Also, they've been hitting J Lo pretty hard. Ben Affleck is now coming out basically talking about these freak offs and these parties and how they had underground tunnels and all this. Um, and they said basically with Kanye West. So that's another controversy allegedly. So I mean, when you have money and stuff like that, and you're a celebrity and you have all this money, I mean, they feel like they're on top of the world and they can do whatever they want to do. Honestly, they feel like they can throw parties and do whatever they want to do and just throw parties and have sex orgies or whatever the case they may have. I don't know. But when you have a lot of money like that, you feel on top of the world, I guess. And then you got private yachts and you got multiple homes and your home is gated and nobody can go in and out. And they said like basically the Diddy parties had different floors. Like there was 300,000, they were 300 people lined up to go to these freak off parties. A lot of people wanted to go to these because there was a lot of celebrities there, but they said that it was very hard for regular people to go to these freak off parties just because like a lot of celebrities and then a lot of their friends would go and then they would bring people. So it at Diddy's house it was already packed. So if you was a regular person, they only letting so many people in, and then you can't really harass the celebrities that were there. And then there was different levels to these Diddy parties. He had a 3-story home, so I mean, so they basically was saying like the first level when you first walk in these Diddy parties, the first floor was like regular parties, like you could party regular. Then when you go upstairs, this on the second floor, it was like more like high class than the lower party downstairs. And there was more celebrities up there. But then when you go to the third floor, that's when the freak offs actually start, and that's when all the celebrities was like doing stuff. Not really sure what they were doing, probably sexual acts. I mean, it is called freak offs. But yeah, so I was watching that today on TikTok and Facebook, and they were allegedly saying all these things about Diddy and his parties, and they were trying to come after Jennifer Lopez, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and I forgot who else. And Usher was basically on a podcast with the famous football player. I forgot his name. He's a famous football player, retired. He has his own podcast. I forgot his name. I watch him all the time. You know who I'm talking about? The dark skin guy with the bald head with the glasses, and I believe he's like super freaking tall. And a lot of people have really came out on his podcast, his show, and exposed a lot of these celebrities. Cat Williams have exposed people, Usher has exposed people, and the list goes on. If you watch his podcast, a lot of celebrities have exposed people. Justin Bieber, I think he was on there exposing people. So, yeah, you could go check him out. He's a famous football player. I forgot his name. He has a bald head. He was a huge football player in the industry, and he turned his career into podcasting and talking to different celebrities and things like that. Right now he's going through some things, so he haven't been like doing his show much because I forgot what it was, his wife, involving his wife or something. I don't know, but it's a lot of things going on with these celebrities. Yeah, they just get this money and they feel like they can do whatever they want to do. I mean, when you have that much money like Diddy money goes really, really far. Um, but yeah, it's crazy. It's like basically once R. Kelly got exposed, they just started exposing Disney, then they started exposing Diddy. Now they're coming after J Lo, and then Ben Affleck is saying stuff, and then they got a couple of J Lo's ex husbands and ex boyfriends coming out exposing her about the freak offs and what she was doing there. So man, stuff is getting juicy out in the world. Do you think these people got too much money? Comment below on my podcast and on YouTube, because this is Spotify and YouTube. That's my main platforms that I use for my podcast. YouTube and Spotify here. But yes, I just want to know, comment below. You think these celebrities got so much money they just feel like they could do whatever they want, just like the Michael Jackson case when he died off of what was it called, morphine. I'm like, when you have that much more money and you're just throwing money around, I mean, that's what people are basically wanting in life. They want money. It's expensive out here, especially nowadays. You go to the grocery store, that meat is high. You can barely even buy steak because it's so high. I mean, stuff is expensive nowadays, and people will be willing to do anything for money, especially if you like P. Diddy and he got a whole lot of it and he made a lot of people careers. So, people wanted to reach the top, and you got to do. I guess you got to do whatever Diddy say, or he's not gonna put your record out, or he's not gonna expose you to the world. And then they said that he locked up Rihanna. Somebody locked up Rihanna. Um, Jay-Z locked up Rihanna. And basically she either signed a contract or they locked her in a room, basically told her, if you go out the door, you can sign this contract, or you could go out the window 29 feet high or something like that in a hotel room in a suite. So I don't know about that whole story because they exposing Jay-Z too. So Rihanna really hasn't came out and said anything about it. Just different TikToks and things like that on there that I've been seeing, and I'm just like, whoa, So, like I said, celebrities, they get this money and they feel like they can just do. They're on top of the world and they can do whatever they want. And like I said before, Diddy money is long, so I mean, I'm pretty sure his parties was lit. I'm pretty sure, and then he has unlimited alcohol. I mean, he does the Ciroc and things like that, and whatever he does, Don Julio, I think. I'm not really sure his brands, but yeah, he had that Ciroc for a long time, and he would be giving everybody a bottle. So who knows? And then yeah, I don't know what to say because it's like these celebrities have a lot of damn money and it's like they could do whatever they want. But if anybody got that DLs list, let me know. I want to see that list because they said that it was a long list of guys gay and on the low. So I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of us women have messed with men on the low because I mean, ooh, child, a lot of men out here have went to jail. I mean, sheesh, 4 years, some for 5, some for 10. They just be going to jail, and so who knows what's going down in those jail systems? I mean, who knows? And these guys, they get this long sentences, and then I'm wondering if they're in jail, how are they even pumping? Like, how are they pumping each other? Because, like, aren't you watched 24/7? Like, isn't there guards and police everywhere, cameras? How are they finding the time to do any of sexual activities in there if you're watched constantly? But I don't know. They say the jail systems are rigged up, and that there's certain people that have money in there. There's celebrities that go to jail all the time. They go back and forth to jail. So, and then also, you know how they was exposing Young Thug in the beginning of his career. He was wearing all kinds of crazy stuff, women's clothes, nails. So who knows? He was with Birdman. They was doing the little whatever handshake that was, and he had long nails. Y'all remember the red long nails? And then also Pretty Ricky was getting exposed. Some of the Pretty Ricky members were getting exposed. I forgot his name. So and then the group wasn't that tight anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was financial exposure, but they was exposing a lot of they were exposing one of the guys from Pretty Ricky being let gay, and we seen a lot of celebrities um you know being gay and what and having wives. So it's just so weird when you Justin Bieber and you watch his wife and they just had a baby and he's exposed and they say that Justin Bieber is suffering from mental illness. So he had some mental issues. But as you can see, Justin Bieber was really, really young when we seen him. Usher tried to take him under his wing, and we did see P. Diddy was not having that at all. So, I mean, Usher tried to take him in, grab a hold of him, and maybe because it was them freak offs, that Diddy was having, and nobody was really talking about it back then because I don't know what kind of thing that Diddy had over them. Um, I don't know. He could have had like some type of money, something going on with money to keep their mouth shut. Because when you have P Diddy money, you can pay people for the hush. You know what they call it, hush money. You could pay people hush money. Like I'm gonna do this and throw thousands or whatever at you and shut your mouth and don't say a word. So I'm pretty sure like he had a tight security and things like that. So, and I mean, m- people be coming out with this stuff, but they was loving the money at the time. So, loving the money at the time and then exposing them later when things don't go their way. As you can see, allegedly Cassie did that. She was with him for a long time. He was abusing her or whatever he was doing to her and having the freak offs and things like that. And then she tried to expose him when he wouldn't pay her. Then he tried to pay her and it was already too late. Then they dropped the case. I guess she got the money that she wanted. So she never came back out and said a word. And now all of a sudden they've been pointing fingers at J Lo, and J Lo was dating Diddy for a while. So let me know in the comments what y'all think about this controversy. Diddy and the Los Angeles DL list. I want to get my hands on that list again. This is Chanel Talks. Thank you for listening to my podcast. If you want to come on my podcast, you can definitely go to chanelbooking@gmail.com. Also, you can DM me on Chanel Talks Instagram and Chanel Talks Facebook. Thank you for listening. Good night.